Hey y'all, welcome on in. My name is Alex, the Creative Llama. If you see the red live box at the top of the screen, that means I'm live, but if you don't see it, you are just catching the replay. So if you are catching the replay, let us know in the comments. We are going to be doing something brand new. We're gonna see how this turns out, but if it turns out really cute, I'm gonna do absolutely more of these because I think this is gonna turn out adorable. Okay, so when y'all pop in, say hey, comment the word light, L-I-G-H-T. That will get you the supply list, including to this cutout. My head is cut off. Let me just kind of scoop myself up just a little bit. But when y'all pop on, say hey. I'm gonna get this shared over into the broadcast channel. So if you're not part of my broadcast channel, as always, make sure that you join so you get notified when I go live. I do send out a message in there when I am live. That way you can come join me if you are free. Okay, so I'm really excited about this. Okay, so this is a light up snow globe shelf sitter. So the way at the end of this, we're going to put these little fairy lights. Hi, Tracy. We're going to put some of these fairy lights inside. So all of this is going to be lit up and you can have it on display for the holidays. Okay, so it's a gingerbread one. If y'all love it, I will do more of these. But this one says have a sweet Christmas, and it's going to sit up. I'm so excited. Hi, Connie. Hi, Jennifer. So get your coffee, get your tea, whatever you're drinking this morning. If you're watching from work, say hello. We are going to start painting, I guess. Hi, Michelle. Good morning, y'all. So this one is 3 layers. It is 25% off. So I think and it'll come with the tea light, right? Or the fairy lights. So I want to say with the 25% off, it's like $18 and some change. So I would go grab this, or you can wait till the end to claim. All right, let's make sure I don't lose any pieces. I don't have my trusty bucket over here. Isn't that so neat? Hi, Christine. Miss Christine, I shipped out a package or two of yours, I think yesterday. Hi, Lynn. How was your class? All right, so I'm going to put all of my little pieces over here on the tape because y'all know me. If you're new to me, I tend to lose my small pieces. I don't sell this one, no. I need to update my shirts. A lot of y'all have been asking for more shirts on my site. So this is, I want to say it's about 8.5 inches wide by almost 11 inches tall. Now, my plan was to do like a smaller version of this. But I didn't have the right fairy lights. I bought the wrong one. So we kind of had to change it up a little bit, and we're going to do this. So if y'all love these, I'll bring out the smaller versions. So you're going to get 3 layers, right? So this is where you're going to put all your fairy lights in. So that way it's protected. Or you could just leave it like this if you wanted to, and then just take your fairy lights to the back. But you don't need to paint these because you're just going to glue right on top. So this is just a support piece. So we're going to put this to the side over here. Boone says hello if y'all can hear him. He's saying good morning, ladies. He's still smelly. I smelled him this morning. Oh my gosh. And if you're like, why is she telling us that our dog is smelly? Because Boone, my Australian Shepherd, got sprayed by a skunk earlier this week, and it's been smelly over here. Oh, hi, Cheryl. You're so sweet. I hope you're having so much fun. All right, what I'm doing is I'm going to wipe down my cutouts. All that is just glue that's sitting on top that can cause discoloration on your paint, and you don't want that, okay? There's nothing wrong with it. You just want to wipe it off. The word is light, L-I-G-H-T. Good morning, Melinda. The smell is better. Hi, Pamela. The smell is definitely better, but it's still there. I will say, though, I left to go get myself a coffee this morning, and when I came back, either I'm nose blind to the smell, which is more likely, or the smell's not really in the house right now. It's only just in his, like, crated area. So I've been airing out the house as much as I can. Oh, Stacy, he is the sweetest. I would get another Australian Shepherd in a heartbeat, but mine is he's a little weirdo. He's a little odd duckling. But he's so sweet. So sweet. such a great puppy. Oh my gosh, he was the easiest puppy. I will say that. All right, so I'm just gonna dry this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna paint the background, I think, in baby blush. We're gonna do our gingerbread house in brown. We really don't have a lot of different colors to this, which is great. And the great thing is we really just have to paint. We can paint inside the gingerbread if you want to, but this is gonna sit on top, so the color, you don't really need to paint the inside of that. High-end, but some proof and spray, really, some poof and spray him. Poof and spray what? Is that the name of the product? Is that what you're telling me, Miss Sue? I've never had a dog get sprayed by a skunk. And Boom was just lightly sprayed, but holy smokes, y'all. Now, like, people, like, as I've been talking about this all week, people have been telling me how, like, when their dog has gotten sprayed, they ended up smelling like it. And that's, like, my fear is, like, I go out in public and I smell like the skunk. No, Victoria, this is on my website. No, ma'am, this will be on my website. I might have a version of this on the Whatnot sale, but it's not going to be the gingerbread one. So that may or may, oh my gosh, that may or may not be happening this weekend. So make sure that you join. So we're going to go in and we are going just to paint this in this baby blush. Hi, Doreen. Poof spray. Oh, okay. I'll have to check it out. So this is baby blush. I haven't used this color obviously because I was using my teeth to get off the seal. Perfect. I'll have to check that out. I'm really hoping that the smell in the house has kind of gone away, but I only know that once someone else comes over. Shelly will come over tomorrow and help me with mystery boxes. Christmas mystery boxes will be getting packed up and shipped out tomorrow. Yay. So if you ordered one, those are pretty much ready to go. All we have to do is just pack them. And I'm excited to see who gets the golden tickets. Did you hear how I did, Miss Tammy? I posted about that in my VIP group yesterday. I did hear about that. There's a phone number you can call to, I guess, you know, give your complaint. It is a gingerbread house. After our dogs got skunked multiple times, we bought de-skunked shampoo and it really helped. Okay. Hi, Linda. I'm still live, my friend. So I'm going to go through. I'm going to clean out the holes because that's where our fairy lights are going to go through. So you don't want paint buildup in those. But I'm a heavy-handed painter, so that's just kind of inevitable for me. So let's dry this. We're going to do another coat. But yes, there are versions of this that are small, like little small shelf sitters that I want to do. I just have the wrong amount of lights. So if you order this, it'll come with a set of fairy lights. And the smaller ones need a 10 count, and that's a 20 count. So, sink carpets. Ooh, oh, okay. Thanks, Lisa. Perfect. You're like, why are y'all talking about poof spray? My dog got sprayed by a skunk. You know, it's never boring around here. There's always something going on over here at the Creative Llama. Oh, y'all. But I'm so excited, y'all. My laser has been ordered. So they said it's in the United States already. So I'm hoping that means that it'll ship out by tomorrow and I'll have it end of next week. That's what I'm hoping. And then Thomas can move it in. Hi, Amelia. Because we desperately need it. So I just keep thinking of the meme, help is on the way from like Mrs. Doubtfire. Because we need it. But I'm so excited. Hopefully that means I get a little bit of my time back and I can do a little bit more creative things with y'all. I'm going to ask where you got the glass top from and the paper under it. So it's just, Tina, this is just a glass mat. There's no paper with it. You can buy it from Michael's, which is where I bought one of mine. And the other, I have 3 of them. And the other 2 I've bought on Amazon. If you comment the word, here, let me find the link to it, and I'll just give you the link from Amazon. Because I really like the glass mats. It's probably my favorite craft room item, if you will. Let's see. Here we go. We are memory keepers. And I'm going to share this. This is the big one. And I really like this one. So there is the link to the glass mat. Yay! Okay, I'll have to try that. Pretty sure you can get on Amazon directly. Okay. Yeah, that's what, Kimberly, that's what, Miss Lisa was saying. That's perfect, Anne. I just heard the children don't have school tomorrow, so my granddaughter will be here. Oh! Yay, Linda! It's my best friend. All right, so we did 2 coats of our pink. That's a really pretty pink. Actually, I think that needs 1 more coat. But I really like this pink. So this is Baby Blush by Deco Art. I think 1 more coat, and then we'll be good. And I think we're going to just kind of work our way, obviously, from bottom to top. So I think next we'll do the gingerbread house, and we'll go ahead and glue it. That way we don't lose any of our pieces. Plexiglass doesn't break easily. Perfect. Yeah, I mean, this thing, Amazon shipped it just in, I mean, I was really kind of surprised, like just in like a basic box with not a lot of padding, and it was fine. Me too, Miss Linda. Okay, so it looks like I need to buy the poof spray. Because lots of y'all are raving about it. So you're welcome, Tina. That will be added to my Amazon cart here this afternoon. I've already, you know, I ordered a bunch of stuff for the Hey Hey's giveaways for the Whatnot sale. And all of that's starting to come in. And so yesterday I had 6 boxes from Amazon. It was ridiculous. Oh, you did, Michelle? Did you score any good ones? I mean, obviously you did, but. Okay, so here is my dilemma. For our gingerbread house color, do we go sable brown, which is like, hi Susan, which is a lighter brown, or do we go light cinnamon? What do y'all think? Should we go dark or lighter? While y'all are telling me that, I'm going to pull out all the white pieces and let's start painting those, because white is going to need a coat or 2. Hi, Linda. Oh, for my second laser, I'm so excited too. I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. I'm real excited. I am real excited about it. Hi. Good morning, y'all. Happy Thursday. It is, so if you don't know who I am, I didn't even introduce myself. My name is Alex, okay? I live in Texas. I'm from the San Antonio, Texas area. A lot of the crafting that I do is like wood cutouts, and I use chalk couture transfers and stencils and stuff like that. So that's kind of what I really enjoy doing. And a fun little fact about me that I always share is that I used to be a teacher. I taught for 11 years before I resigned and started doing this full time. So welcome on in. We are a fun group around here. We don't take ourselves too seriously. We laugh. We joke about, you know, we laugh at me when I make mistakes or I lose things. But it's always fun. We like the real over here. Ooh, dark. Jessica says dark. Sable brown, dark, dark, dark. You know, we normally go sable brown. Normally we do sable. Let's try the darker one. Let's switch it up just a little bit. And let's see, because you know what? If we don't like it, we can always paint right over it. And it's fine. All right, I'm going to pull out another piece of tape. And every time I use white, I'm always thinking, hi, Lisa, you're not late. Oh, you said no. It would be helpful if I could read. Welcome, Miss Lisa. I appreciate you being here. All right. So, why did I do that? Most of that was white. That was silly, Alex. All right. I'm going to wipe these down just a smidge. Okay. Hit them with the dryer. We're kind of 50-50. The picture that I looked at, the creator of this, she did a darker brown. So that's why I was kind of saying maybe we should go darker. All right. I'm going to do this part. Now, then we have these little trees, right? These are going to be peppermint trees. So I need this part to be white, the little circles. And then we'll go in and we'll add the base color here in a little bit. I taught 3rd grade for 13 years, loved it. Oh my gosh, Stacy. Oh my word. Yeah, I primarily taught kindergarten and 1st grade. I did teach 3rd grade for a couple of years when I first started teaching, like right out of college. But I taught mainly kinder and 1st. I loved it. I miss working with kids every single day. I don't miss all the other stuff that goes with teaching. Exactly, Donna. Welcome. Oh, yes. Thomas is a hoot. If you're like, who the heck is Thomas? Thomas is my boyfriend. He'll pop in here in a little bit. Maybe if he has a break from work, he'll pop in and say hi. But he'll be around for the Whatnot sale on Saturday. So, yay. We're going to have lots of fun, like my daughter. Oh, absolutely, Miss Linda. That's my goal when I come on here, is one, to teach y'all like different techniques and just to hang out, but also to like put a smile on y'all's face. You know, provide like a little escape from real life for a little bit and, you know, just laugh. And if you're similar to me who continuously makes mistakes and is a mess, I'm your girl. Like losing pieces, dropping paint on things that, you know, where it's not supposed to be, getting paint on my face. We have fun around here. So, lots of laughs. Where is everybody watching from? So I'm from Texas, like I told y'all. But where are y'all watching from? I'm always interested to see. I know we have a friend. I don't know if she's on right now. She watches from Australia. We have a few Canadian friends. I know we have people all over the United States. Well, let me know where y'all are watching from. All right, let's dry. We really don't have that much left to paint. Thank you, Janet. Hi, Aaron Smith. How are you? Nebraska, Virginia, Missouri. Absolutely, Michelle. Sharon from Tennessee, from Kentucky, Chicago. Hi, Don Ladd. Laughter really is the best medicine. I will say that. It really does help. Washington State, from Oklahoma. Hi, Sandy Smith, from Minnesota. Hi, Pat, from Florida, Indiana, California. We have lots of Californians. Hello, y'all. Oh my gosh, it makes me so happy to see all of y'all. You know, Alabama. Okay. We're going to go Orlando this week. Virginia. Hello. All right. We're going to go dark and we're going to see what we think about this. Hi, Carol. Miss Yvonne. Toby from Alabama. Well, welcome on in, everybody. Southwest Florida. Yes. California. Absolutely, laughter is a great thing. And I'm always on here laughing at myself because I always do something silly. Louisiana. Oh, I love me some Louisiana. From Missouri. Lisa, we were actually talking about, I've been telling Thomas and my best friend Haley and her wife that I really want to go to, hold on. I really want to go to Lake Charles. We went years ago and had the best time. I mean, this was before the hurricane came through that took out Lake Charles. Pennsylvania, South Carolina. I always wanted to go to South Carolina. Charleston to be exact. But so this one is light cinnamon. We're trying something new. Y'all know we normally go sable brown for all my gingerbread color, all my gingerbread stuff. But I wanted to try something new. So we're going a little bit darker than we normally do. So we're going to see what we think. And I'm going to put it up against the pink background and see if it looks good. So let's dry it. So this is what we started with. Okay, so this is going to be a light up shelf sitter. You're going to get the fairy lights with it. So you won't have to go to Amazon and make a separate purchase for this. I just decided to include it. I don't think you can purchase like one set of fairy lights. You have to purchase like a set of 12. All right, we're going to do another coat of the brown. But what do we think the brown with the pink? Now, I know everybody's going to have a difference of opinion. Not everybody's going to agree. But do we like the dark with the light? Or should we lighten it up? Let me show y'all. Because then we'll have this here, right? Oh, I didn't paint that. I need to paint that white. There he is. I told y'all he'd pop on if he could. All right, so there it is with the white, like the white pieces on top. I think I kind of like it. We're going to keep it. Charleston is awesome, but you don't go in July. Whether, oh, I'm sure, Miss Christine. I have no doubt. It's like Texas. You just don't go to Texas in July or August. South Texas, at least. All right, so we're going to do one more coat of this light cinnamon. Now, if you don't like the dark brown, use the brown that you prefer. Let me get all of this covered, and then we'll paint. I don't even think this needs any distressing. Hi, Joanne. What color is the light? It's sable brown. The lighter brown is sable brown. Okay. Then I'm going to do this little piece right here. No. Maybe I do that in silver. I think so too, Janet. So this is kind of like the body of the snow globe. So we're going to have a sweet little Christmas here, and then we're going to have this scallop thing right here. So we have like this piece. I know it's kind of hard to tell. This piece right here that I was going to paint brown. But I'm thinking we do that in a silver paint pen instead of brown. Is that beige? I haven't painted. Which piece are you talking about, Erin? Which one? Should we do brown here or silver? Ah! You see, I do that all the time. I get paint where it's not supposed to go. I don't know if I'm making any sense. Maybe that's a game time decision. Maybe we make that decision later. All right. The globe. Oh, this is a pink. This is baby blush. It kind of does look beige, but it's a pink. Baby blush is that one. All right, I forgot to do the arch for the gingerbread house. So we're going to do that, or the doorway. And then I have all of the little pieces for the peppermint and stuff like that in a punch out kit, just so you don't lose them. So that's the little knob to the door. Silver. Okay, cool. We'll do silver then. All right, we are going to distress this a little. We are going to distress the house just a smidge. So we need to dry it because I want to go ahead and start gluing it together so we don't lose the pieces. So I'm going to hit that with the dryer. for a minute. And I'm going to pull this back out. And I think I'm going to distress the edges of this in white. Okay, so I'm just going to use my white ink pad and a finger dauber. And we're going to just distress the edges of this. Good morning, Lorna. How are you? And I don't know if we're going to be able to tell, so I might have to go in. Yeah, it's too light. So we're going to switch. We're going to distress it in pink. We're going to distress it in pink. And we're going to try a couple different pinks. Okay, so these are distressed crayons. Love these. I'm going to go in with more of the softer pink, but the way that I learned to use these is makeup sponge, distressed crayons. I got mine from Amazon. We're going to try this lighter pink and see how this turns out on the pink on here. And we're just going to distress the edges. So I'm just putting this right here on the makeup sponge. Oh yeah. And I'm just going to go on the outer edge and distress. Melinda, I probably did. I can add it to your order. Last week was crazy. I apologize. Last week was a little nuts around here. So I apologize, Miss Melinda. All right, so do y'all see how it's adding that dark pink to the edge? I know it's kind of hard to tell from far away. So like there it is without, there it is with it. So it does add a little bit of depth and dimension to the piece. Obviously this step is optional, but I do think it adds to it. And I don't even know if y'all saw it. So I'm using the color Worn Lipstick to do this. And I have the distress inks, like the ink pads, and then the crayons. I personally prefer the crayons. I think they're just easier to use. Melinda, send me a message. If you would send me a message, I will get that taken care of this afternoon. Oh yeah, that adds so much to it. What do y'all think about it with the distressing? Do y'all like it? Oh yeah. All right, so what do y'all think now? Doesn't that add a little bit of depth and dimension to it? Oh my gosh, my hair is like all nutso. I didn't even realize what the back of my head looked like in my clip. And you could go darker, you could add more. It's whatever you prefer. But I like that. You're welcome. That's exactly what I was going for, Miss Donna. That's exactly it. All right. I'm going to grab my dark brown. And then we're going to add, I don't even know if you'll be able to tell. Oh yeah. We're going to add a little bit here. Just to the edges. And these are the ink pads. I think that the crayons, this is easier to achieve the look that you're wanting than the ink pads. What is the name of that, of what you are using? Of which one? Of which thing? This is a finger dauber from Amazon. These are distressed crayons. And this is distressed ink. All right, we're going to glue. Here we go. Y'all ready? Hit the heart button for me. We're going to glue as we go. But I mean, the majority of our stuff is painted, so we don't have a ton of more painting to do, which is great. I just stuck my finger in that. So I'm using Stick Fast to put mine together. I'm going to hold this down. you, Lorna. You should be painting and relaxing. Enjoy all that painting. I know, I need to sit down. I need to sit down and make the First Dibs Friday stuff for tomorrow. We will definitely do more, Miss Lorna. That makes a difference, and it will bring out the... Yes, I agree. I agree with you. All right, let me do the arch here, because then we'll go ahead and glue that. That looks good. All right, let's glue the roof. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate it. Thank y'all so much. Yes, y'all, if you are new to me or you watch a bunch of crafters, sharing them out helps so much. Even if you never purchase from them or anything like that, just sharing and commenting and interacting with their videos and their posts and all that help them out so much. So there are other ways to support without ever making a purchase. I always like to share that because that's important. Because I know there's people like, y'all are all so sweet. Like, oh, I want to support everybody. So that's a way that you can support everybody, is just hitting the heart button, sharing their videos, tagging a friend, commenting, all of those things. Oh, the crayons. Yes. Yeah. I love these. You get them off of Amazon. I use them all the time. They're fabulous. It is about, it's a little less than 11 inches tall. It's 10.85. And it's 25% off today. And you get the fairy lights with it. So you don't have to go purchase separate lights, which I love. Thank y'all. Y'all are awesome. Okay, same conversation that we had yesterday. What's the weather like where you're at? It is cold here in Texas. I woke up this morning and my house was 64 degrees. I finally turned on the heat just for a little bit, just so I could get warm. And y'all probably, if you live up north, you're like, girl, that's nothing. It's cold here for us Texans. I think when I went to go get my coffee, it was 55 degrees. We're not used to the cold weather. You know what I mean? All right. Ooh, this is coming together. All right, let's add the arch, and then we'll pop out the knob. We'll glue the heart. And y'all, we're getting close. There's really not much to this one, which I love. It's been raining. Oh, I'm jealous. I would take the rain. I would love for it to be rainy and cold here. Okay. There's that. It's coming together, y'all. It is. It was cold here in Louisiana, yeah. But it's supposed to warm back up next week, unfortunately. Ah! It stuck to my finger. Okay. Oh no, I don't know. I like I just said, I know I don't know what cold is. But for us Texans, that's cold. It's getting cold. Okay, we're going to go in with our blue. We're going to use our Distress Crayon again. I'm going to use this color, Broken China, to do this. So I'm going to cut off the edge on this one. And we're going to apply the blue. Rainy and cold in Ohio. Hi, Diane. And I say, ooh, that sounds nice. Someone yesterday from California was saying that it was like in the 90s. And I know that like California's a giant state too, so. All right, so we're just gonna add a little bit of blue to this. I rather have warm air than this cold. Oh, I'm sure Texas is cool and cozy. Yes. This is like the perfect like winter weather. Like it's nice and sunny. It's cool. It's not too cold, right? I mean, I'd rather have this than 90-degree weather. All right, there is the blue. Ooh, I love that. That's so good. You probably could. It was 56 degrees this morning at 4 a.m. Ooh, where can I find this piece to purchase? It's my first time here. Miss Sue, you can comment the word light, and it's going to be the first link in the message that I send you. But let me grab the link, and I'll just put it in the chat for you if you want to grab this. Okay. So let me go to my website really quickly. Let me grab this gingerbread. Now, there's not going to be a picture with it yet because I couldn't get a, oh my gosh, I just messed it up. I couldn't get a blank version before I went live, so there won't be a picture, but this is going to be the one that you're going to want to grab. Right here. Okay, I just dropped it in the comments for you. Let's go ahead. Ooh, the mailman's here. Picking up packages. Let's go ahead and add the snowflakes. Yes, if you comment the word light, what will happen is my page will send you a message, okay? It'll send you a message, and in there we'll have all the information. You just have to read it. But the first link is going to be the link to this guide for you to grab it on the website. It's 25% off, so it's $18 and some change. And then it does come with the fairy light. Then the last link in there is going to be the link to join our Whatnot sale, which is going to be this this Saturday. Okay, so here's what we're working with so far. What do we think? Okay, let's pull out our trees. We're going to paint these in desert cactus. Let me wipe up some of this paint. Clean up our little area just a smidge. Let me see where... I don't know where my scraper is. It's somewhere on here. I'm just going to scrape up some of that paint, but... All right, we're going to go in with desert cactus. Isn't it so cute? Yes, and if y'all love these, I will absolutely do more of them. I'll have smaller versions too. Like I said, that's what I wanted to do today, but I bought the wrong lights. So, yeah, the Whatnot sale is going to be very fun. I still have more finished pieces to add. I added some mystery ornament bags last night. I added mini bow bags. I'm going to have some bows that are pre-made on there. Then, what else? I have exclusive wood kits. There might be a version of this. Another option of this. If you want a different type. It might have a snowman on it. Okay. All right, there's that. I'm going to go over it one more time because I do see some spots somehow that I missed. You were looking at the rebids? Yes. So the pre-bids on Whatnot, you want to go in and put like what you would be willing to spend the most. Like you're like, okay, I'm willing to go as high as $30 for this item. Then that way it'll automatically pre-bid for you. Now you may not pay $30. Thomas knows more about that than I do. But that's the way that I understand it, is that I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm still learning. We've only done 3 whatnot shows, but I think we're figuring out a groove. We're figuring out a system. Last time we had way too many items. Like way too many. So, oh shoot. I wanted that because I was going to do this. The little pots in this green. So this is desert cactus. We love desert cactus around here. It's a really pretty, like light green, sage, not so much sagey, but it's just a pretty green color. Okay, there's that. Let's wipe this up. Ooh, who's going trick-or-treating tomorrow? Are y'all taking your kids, grandkids, niece, nephew, friends? Are y'all going trick-or-treating tomorrow? Not you specifically, but going with children to go trick-or-treating? Yes, we will be doing Thrifty Thursday tonight. I've got to clear out that back room for the new laser. We've got to start moving some stuff out. It's awesome because it puts you first. Somebody bids the same amount. It's on Saturday, Miss Sue. It's on Saturday at 7 p.m. Central Time. Oh my gosh, my nose is so itchy. I apologize, y'all. Okay. Let's go in. We're going to distress these. Not yet. We're not ready for those yet. We're going to use our paint pen just to do this part. I find that easier than trying to go in with paint. It's a personal preference. Okay, now I am going to distress this in white. Ooh, thank you, Melinda. What time is Thrifty Thursday? Thrifty Thursday is going to be at 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time over in my VIP group. Okay, because I'm going to do discounted. I'll have some wood cutouts. I'll have a bunch of chalk stuff, surfaces, transfers, all of that. But that's in my VIP group. You can comment VIP, or if you already commented the word light, go back to that message. And there'll be a button at the bottom that says join my free groups. Click on that. You'll get another message. And then you'll click on join the VIP group. But that only happens in the VIP group. We just haven't been good about it. We haven't been doing it the last couple of weeks. Well, last week was a mess. It was a wash. So we're getting back to our regularly scheduled things that we do every week. Let's see. Not my holiday. I can get that too. I understand that too. Halloween's not for everybody, right? Good morning, Patty. Ours was Sunday. I'm now sitting in my class making treat bags with leftover candy. Ooh, how fun. Hi, Angie. We don't celebrate Halloween. I totally get that. My grandkids are too big to go trick-or-treating, but some went with it. Ooh, fun. I'm loving my paint pens. You're so welcome, Victoria. Hi, Sharon. All right. So let's glue these. Okay. Who's Thomas to you? Hubby, boyfriend, cousin, him. He's my boyfriend. He's my boyfriend, Miss D. He's usually around, but he got a new job, and so that's what he's doing. That's why some people like have messaged me like, "Are y'all still together?" Yes, we're still together. He's just not around. He is working, so. But he'll be back this Saturday. Helping out. So I just realized I probably should have put this tree down first, then the other one. There we go. Grandkids are going trick-or-treating. Fun. Yeah, my niece and my nephew, they have like their neighborhood has like a big, I think they do like a Halloween parade and all sorts of stuff. So they always have fun, which is kind of the whole point, right? All right, there's that. Ooh, y'all, look at that. No, he doesn't. No. All right. There's that. It's coming together, y'all. It's coming together. I'm going to distress. I need to top it. How funny would that be? Like, yeah, he's right here. That would be hilarious. Oh my gosh. All right, so these are gonna be little peppermint trees. So I'm gonna distress the base. We'll glue these down, then we'll paint the peppermint part, the red part. But I really feel like this was very easy to paint, y'all. There's not a ton of pieces, not a ton of little pieces anyways. Sometimes when I get certain cutouts and there's like so many little pieces, I get a little like, not intimidated, but just like, man, it's gonna take me forever. And this one is not bad. All right, there's what we have. I saved the video because knowing me, oh, this will also be posted on YouTube too, because now Facebook decides to delete videos after 30 days. So this will also be on YouTube. What is Boone and Tucker going to be on Halloween? They're just going to be dogs. Boone's going to be smelly. He's still recovering from hanging out with a skunk. So, there's that. Put this here. All right. Now we're going to do the silver part right here. I'm going to take my silver paint pen and we're just going to paint that color of that. So I'm going to use a paint pen for this. Now I'm getting outside the lines because it really doesn't matter because we're going to have pieces that are going to be glued on top right here. Right? I might have to do a couple coats of this because you can see the lines, and I think I'm getting towards the end of this paint pen. There we go. It just needed. Yeah, he's going to be a skunk. He is definitely going to be a skunk. If you want to order this, here's the link. I just dropped it in the chat. But if you've already started an invoice this week, you can add this to it. Now remember, I cannot combine orders if you place multiple orders on the website. So just keep that in mind. All right, there's our silver. All right, let's dry that. These are Posca paint pens. These are Posca. Now we have the scallop, right? And then we have this base piece. And y'all, we're pretty much done. I'm trying to decide what color to paint. These are darker pink, so I was thinking either like cotton candy or going in with vintage pink. What do y'all think? I'm gonna go over this one more time in certain parts. That's so funny. But these are gonna be the same color. Okay? So let me wipe this down. Hi, Billy. So should we go? Yay, Melinda. Yes, ma'am. It just got picked up. My son and my daughter and son-in-law have a big Halloween party. Ooh, how fun. I can't decide what color to do. I think I'm going to go cotton candy. I'm going to wipe this down. Sharon, if you want to wait, I will give a number at the end for you to claim for me to send you an invoice. That's a good point. Vintage pink. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, let's go vintage pink. Because behind me on that house, on the gingerbread house, the pink that's back there, that was cotton candy. So I think I want to go more vintage pink. And we loved vintage pink over the summer. This was a perfect watermelon color. Well, you could probably still smell Boone. Bless his little heart. Him's a sweet boy. He just was trying to make friends. And if you're like, what are y'all talking about? Boone, my Australian Shepherd, got sprayed by a skunk earlier this week. So I've been dealing with that. All right. Vanity would be so pretty. Oh, that would be gorgeous. And Maria would love it. She'd be so excited. You're like, y'all probably like, who the heck is Maria? Maria's one of my followers. And she loves the color Vanity from Chalk. All right, let's dry. That's a pretty pink. All right, y'all, hit the heart button. We're almost done. We're almost done. We got to glue our stand. And then all we have to do is just put the lights on. So we are going to distress this just a little bit. Skunk smell is so bad. Hope you can Google how to smell off. Yeah. It's just going to linger. Oh my gosh, no, we're not done. We got to do the peppermints. So we're going to use Tuscan Red for this one. Okay. I completely forgot about this. Let's paint these really quickly. That'll need another coat. And then I'm going to take my stand and I'm going to paint this in the brown. How much is it? How much is what? I don't know how much is what? Oh, there they are. They're starting to bark. Tucker's barking. So that probably means the next door neighbor's dog, Quiche, is out in his yard. No, this will not be in the Sunday live sale. I won't be doing a Sunday live sale this week. Or next week. We'll be doing nightly claims because we have the whatnot sale and I'll need most of the day Sunday to get all of that shipped out. So there will not be a live sale Sunday this Sunday. We'll go back to doing... We're just going to have to continue to do nightly claims until I get my second laser and I get myself caught up. We will go back to like live sale Sunday, but I need to get myself caught up before I do that. So that's why we haven't been doing it. Okay, I think everything's painted now. What I'm doing. This is, I think it's $18 and some change. Here's the link. You can go check out. I'll have to look it up here in a second. There's the link. You can go check it out, add it to your cart, and see how much it is. But it is 25% off. All right, I'm going to do a little distressing around this, and I think I'm going to do that in brown. I'm sorry. Are you coming on early tomorrow since you have... No. So tomorrow we'll just do First Dibs Friday. And then Saturday is the whatnot sale. We switched it to Saturday. Fridays are difficult. One, because of First Dibs Friday. And then two, oh my gosh, they're barking. And then two, like for Haley and Shelly to come, mainly Haley. It's hard for her, like after working all day, and she works about an hour and a half from where I live. So we're going to try Saturday and we're going to see what we think. Plus we thought with Friday being Halloween, most people would be busy doing other things. Boone and Tucker are not happy back there. Oh my gosh. Can you hear them? I'm so sorry. No, this will not fit on the pedestal stand. Okay, so little trick to get your stands lined up perfectly. Thomas taught me this trick and I thought he was out of his mind. I'm like, that's silly. Why would you do that? But it actually works. Okay, so when you have a thing that has two stands like this, sometimes it's difficult, and I'm really bad about it, is not lining it up perfectly. And if it doesn't line up perfectly, then your thing's not going to sit in here. So the way that he suggested is you take your top piece, you put it down like so. I might have to go let them in, y'all, because they're losing their mind. And Tucker likes to go. So put the glue down, and then I'm going to take my stand and I'm going to put the second piece down. Okay. Now you don't want to put a ton of glue on there, because if you do, it's going to stick to it, which you don't want. And so we're going to let that set up and be that way. Hold on. I got to go let them in, because I'm pretty sure Tucker is being a bully and barking at the neighbor's dog in their yard, because Tucker likes to get out. I can confirm Boone still smells like a skunk. And yes, Tucker was barking at the dog, neighbor's dog. I always did that too, Linda, when I was a teacher. I would go, oh yeah, I like the vintage pink. I would go, Shelly, you heard that? I would go after Halloween and go buy all the half-price candy. All right. Ooh, that's about right. Oh, shoot. Hold on. I needed to bring up the silver a little bit because I forgot about the holes in the scallop edge. We don't want brown to show through. Hi, Martha. So yeah, that's a little way if you struggle with getting, I still didn't bring that up all the way. If you struggle with getting your bases lined up evenly, that's a way to get it perfect. Oh, he for sure does. He has the Napoleon complex. That's for dang sure. Oh my gosh, he's such a brat. Tucker's a miniature long-haired dachshund, and he weighs about 8 pounds, and he thinks he's as big as Boone. What grade did I teach? I taught primarily kindergarten and first grade. I think I taught first grade for 6 years, kindergarten for 4, 5 or 6 years for first, kindergarten for 4, and then third grade for 2. All right, that's glued, that's glued. Okay, y'all ready? Here comes the fun part, is the fairy lights. Y'all hit the heart button. We're gonna do this fairly quickly because my time is just about up. But I wanna get all of this paint off before I go in and, or at least the wet paint. We're not done. We need to glue these. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, y'all. He's his own sort of mess too. He's not bigger than that. You talking about Tucker, Shelly? All right, let's glue our candy canes or peppermints, if I could talk. I'm just going to go in with a little bit of white on each one. Mine weighs 14 pounds. Oh my gosh, I'm sure. Yeah, Tucker, I'm pretty sure, was the runt of his litter because he is tiny. Why did I stop teaching? To be honest, I had some pretty bad experiences with parents where they assumed a lot of things without listening, and threats. I was threatened with just one parent specifically. I was threatened with that parent. And after that happened, I mean, she made my life, this parent made my life a living hell. I'm not going to lie. Like my boss, my principal at the time was like, I'm really surprised you didn't quit that year. And after that happened, I just was like, this job is not worth that. This job is not worth being threatened. Like, it was to the point, like, this parent was, I don't want to get too much into it, but this parent was going over social media, trying to get other parents. They were threatening to come up to the school and physically hurt me. All these different things. And after that happened, that just kind of made me lose my love for teaching. I love working with kids. I have so much fun with it, and I think it's so fun. But unfortunately, that experience happened, and it just, I don't think I ever really came back from it. And it just kind of just ruined the experience. Yeah. That's what I say, like, if I could teach and not have to, I mean, there's also other parts to it too, like the pay was not great for the amount of work that you do. I mean, all the things, right? There's a lot of different things to it. But in reality, it was this one specific parent just kind of, she took things a little too far, and she ultimately, she did end up apologizing, because the version of the story that I was telling the whole time was the truth, and her son had lied to her. And then he eventually told the truth. And so she did apologize, but there's just some things that, like, you just can't take back. And that was it for me. Yeah. Yeah. So, that's why, unfortunately. That's okay, Dee. Things happen, and, you know, that's probably part of the reason why I got started with all of this is because, well, I started all of this during COVID because I was like, I was so bored at home. And then this just kind of turned into something that I never expected. Okay, so these, you're going to get a set of fairy lights. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I feel like this is not how you're supposed to pull these apart, but, you know. Oh my gosh, Martha. Absolutely, I miss working with kids. Like, the kids were the easy part. Even if I had kids with behavior issues, they were the easy part. Like, one year, the year of COVID, I had several kids with lots of behavior issues. And that was not nearly as bad as what I experienced that year with that parent. The kids are the easy part. It's all the other mess that goes with teaching. Exactly. I'm still teaching. I'm just teaching in a different capacity. I made a huge mess out of this. What the heck did I do? I mean, this is par for the course with me. I might have to go get another set. Let me do that, because we don't have time to sit here and watch me untangle this. That'll be a mess for Thomas. Okay. Let me try this again. Oh, y'all are so sweet. It's just like, if you were never a teacher, it's hard to understand like that. There we go. You know, it'd be helpful if I paid attention. There we go. So much easier. But it's really sad how underpaid our teachers are. Yes, it's, I mean, a lot of teachers have to have a second job. So, all right, here we go. So you're going to get a set of fairy lights that hopefully aren't tangled. And I'm going to just end up using blue painter's tape to attach this. But I need this to be not knotted. There we go. There we go. Come on. You gotta be smarter than the dang fairy lights. I say that about a lot of things, y'all. There we go. All right, so what you're going to do, exactly. Yeah, that's a job for Thomas, not for me. So what you're gonna do is just kind of start from one end and just kind of place them in there like so, and I'm gonna start taping. Now you can hot glue these, but I'm just gonna tape just for time. Okay. So we're gonna tape. I'm gonna go to the next one. We're gonna tape it down. Okay. Go to the next one. Now, like I said, you could hot glue this. I'm gonna tape this down just for right now. And then if I want to, I can go back and switch it out. But I think it's gonna be a-okay. Fairy lights come with it. Yes, ma'am. You get the set of fairy lights. And this is where it gets a little tedious, but it can be done. You just gotta be patient. I'm putting way too much tape on here, but. Okay. Oh, for sure. God bless her. I could not do 5th grade. No way. This would be a lot easier if you hot glued it. It would just take a little bit longer because you'd have to let it set before you move to the next one. But just maneuvering it. No. I'm getting way too big a piece of tape. Okay. But the great thing about the fairy lights is the wire is very, you can very easily manipulate it. So okay, there. Oh gosh, I messed that up. That's nice, Victoria. That is nice. I messed that up. There we go. There we go. It's coming together, y'all. Yeah, glue dots would work too. Yes. Glue dots would work, hot glue, tape, just like regular like Scotch tape. This is what I had right here, so that's what I grabbed. okay? And this doesn't really matter what it's going to look like on the back because we're going to cover it up anyways. So if it looks ugly on the back, it's okay. Don't think like, oh man, I ruined the whole thing. No. Because you're going to have your backer piece that's going to cover up the whole thing. Oh, I bet, Jennifer. I can imagine. It's very probably similar to teaching. See, I would gladly take kindergarten, first grade any day over fifth grade. It's funny how people have like their strengths and weaknesses with, you know, different age groups. All right. We're getting somewhere. Thanks for being patient with me. This is the first time I'm doing this too, so I have to learn as I go as well what works and what doesn't. So y'all are rock stars. Hit the heart button for me. Let me know what y'all think. I don't want that blue to shine through right there, so I'm going to do this. Nope, I don't want that there. There we go. Okay, and then I'm just going to kind of put the rest of these lights all kind of right behind the there we go. Okay. So then your backer piece, where did I put it? Oh shoot, I messed up. Gosh darn it, I should have threaded through. Oh, I'm a silly girl. Gosh darn it, I'm gonna have to do that again. Because you're supposed to thread it through here. Okay, a redo. Okay, I'm gonna leave this piece out, okay? So you're supposed to, that's what you're supposed to do, Linda. I did it wrong. You're supposed to initially take the beginning of it and thread. I'm gonna do it off the live, okay? But you're supposed to take the beginning of the fairy light, thread this through, and then feed it. So then that way you can glue this to the back. Okay? So let me just show you. We're going to leave it right there. I'm going to show you what this looks like all lit up. Okay? And that way you have an idea of what it looks like. Y'all, that's so fun. I'm going to go back and fix them because some of these, I'm going to hot glue it, I think. So, let me turn off the light and I'm going to show y'all and see what it looks like. I'll finish this up in the VIP group. We'll go and finish it over there. But let me, look at that. Isn't that so fun? And then when you have this back here, it'll give it more of that glow. Look how cute that is. What do y'all think? Oh my gosh, I love this. So I'm going to hop off. I'm going to fix the back of this. So if you want this guy, you can comment the word light. Okay, it does come with the fairy light, so you don't have to go purchase a whole nother set of fairy lights. So if you know, yes, that's exactly what I'm going to do, Michelle. So if you know, I want this, I want to grab it right now, you can go to the link that I just dropped in the comments for you. I'll drop it again. You can go there and add it to your cart and check out. Or if you've already been claiming stuff from other lives that I've done this week, you can start an invoice and I can add it to your invoice. It is going to be $18.50 $18.75. That includes your set of fairy lights, okay? But isn't that so fun? I love this. Oh, that's so cute. So if you want this, just comment the number 100 and I will send you an invoice for you to grab it if you want it. But it's $18.75. It comes with your set of fairy lights. I will send you an invoice. So comment the number 100 and I'm going to hop off. But you can also grab it tonight in Thrifty Thursday if you want to wait until then. I'm going to go fix the back. I probably will go live in my VIP group once I switch over to the laser. So just comment the number 100. That'll tell me, hey, I want that item like Miss Brenda did. Perfect, Brenda. Just comment the number 100 and I will send you an invoice. Or if you already have an invoice or you've already placed an order this week, I will add it to your order, okay? But it's $18.75. And that's with 25% off. All right. I will see y'all all later tonight over in the VIP group for Thrifty Thursday, where you can grab this and all the other cutouts that I've had this week in case you missed it. All right. I'm going to go switch off the laser and then I'm going to fix this. So I'll see y'all over in the VIP group here in a little bit and we'll finish it up. Okay. Talk to y'all later. Bye y'all.